Welcome back to the channel. Frank here, and today I'm giving you a fast focused look at the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser trim levels and standard features. For 2026, Toyota keeps the Land Cruiser lineup very simple. There are only two trims, the Land Cruiser 1958 and the Land Cruiser. That makes this one easier than most SUVs, but the choice still matters because both trims share the same serious function. Both get the iForce Max hybrid powertrain, both get full-time four-wheel drive, both get a center locking differential, and both are built to be real off-road SUVs, not just rugged-looking crossovers. So in this video, I'll cover the key specs, what comes standard, what separates the 1958 from the regular Land Cruiser grade, and which version makes the most sense depending on what you actually want. For specs. Before getting into the trims, let's start with what every 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser has in common. Every Land Cruiser uses Toyota's iForce Max hybrid powertrain, built around a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine, paired with an electric motor and an 8-speed automatic transmission. Total output is 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, which is the number that matters most for this kind of SUV. That torque comes in low, and it gives the Land Cruiser the kind of pull you want for trails, hills, daily driving, and towing. Fuel economy is rated at 22 miles per gallon city, 25 highway, and 23 combined, which is strong for a body-on-frame SUV with full-time four-wheel drive. The Land Cruiser also has a maximum towing capacity of 6,000 pounds, seating for 5, and a traditional two-row layout with useful cargo space behind the second row. For off-road geometry, Toyota lists 8.7 inches of ground clearance, a 32-degree approach angle, a 22-degree departure angle, and a 23-degree breakover angle. So the big point is this: even the base 1958 trim is not a fake entry-level model. Mechanically, it still gets the core Land Cruiser hardware. Standard off-road hardware. Both 2026 Land Cruiser trims come with full-time four-wheel drive, a 2-speed transfer case, a locking center differential, and a locking rear differential. That is important because Toyota didn't save the series drivetrain equipment only for the expensive version. You also get crawl control, downhill assist control, vehicle stability control, an automatic limited slip differential, front and rear frame mounted tow hooks, and a front skid plate that protects the engine, transmission, and transfer case. That means the 1958 and the Land Cruiser both start with a real off-road foundation. The higher trim adds more trail technology, more comfort, and more premium equipment, but the basic capability is already there. Now let's get into the two trim levels. The first trim is the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser 1958. This is the Heritage trim, and it starts at $57,600. The 1958 name is a direct callback to the year the Land Cruiser first arrived in the United States, and Toyota leans into that history with the design. The 1958 gets the classic round LED headlights, the black Toyota Heritage grille, front LED fog lights, and 18-inch dark gray metallic alloy wheels with 245/70 R18 tires. This is the trim for someone who wants the cleaner, more traditional Land Cruiser look. It has the round headlights, the simpler attitude, and the lower starting price, but still has the important hardware underneath. Inside, the 1958 comes with fabric trim seats, heated front seats, 3-zone automatic climate control, a 7-inch digital gauge cluster, an 8-inch Toyota audio multimedia touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 6-speaker audio system, smart key with push-button start, multiple USB ports, and a 2400-watt AC inverter. It also comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, blind spot monitor, and rear cross traffic alert. So this is not a stripped-down SUV. It is more basic than the higher Land Cruiser grade, but it still has heated seats, modern infotainment, wireless phone integration, smart key access, real off-road hardware, and the same hybrid powertrain as the more expensive trim. The biggest thing missing from the 1958 is not the drivetrain. What you give up is the larger screens, the ventilated SofTex seats, the power liftgate, the trail camera system, the upgraded trail tech, the bigger audio system, and some of the premium convenience features. That makes the 1958 the cleanest choice if you want the most affordable way into the 2026 Land Cruiser and you care more about durability, heritage styling, and mechanical capability than luxury equipment. The second trim is simply called Land Cruiser. This trim starts at $63,675, and this is where the SUV becomes more premium, more tech-focused, and more complete from the factory. On the outside, the Land Cruiser grade switches from the round headlights to rectangular LED headlights. It also has 18-inch matte gray alloy wheels with wider 265/70 R18 tires, roof rails, a power open and close rear liftgate, and Rigid Industries LED fog lights. Those wider tires matter because they give the Land Cruiser grade a more planted look and a more capable tire package right from the start. Inside, this trim adds SofTex-trimmed seats, an 8-way power driver's seat with lumbar support, heated and ventilated front seats, a power tilt and telescopic steering wheel, a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, a 12.3-inch Toyota Audio multimedia touchscreen, and a 10-speaker audio system. This is also the trim that adds the trail technology most buyers are going to search for, including multi-terrain select, multi-terrain monitor, and the stabilizer disconnect mechanism. Multi-terrain select lets the driver choose terrain-specific drive settings. Multi-terrain monitor uses cameras to help show what is around the vehicle when visibility is limited, and the stabilizer disconnect system helps improve the front suspension articulation on rough terrain. That is the real difference between the two trims. The 1958 gives you the core Land Cruiser. The Land Cruiser Grey gives you the more complete, modern version with better screens, better seats, more convenience, more trail visibility, and more advanced off-road technology. Premium package. The Land Cruiser Grade is also the one that can be upgraded with the Premium package. That package adds the 14-speaker JBL Premium audio system, digital key capability, a power moonroof, a center console cool box, a digital rearview mirror, QI wireless charging, leather trimmed seating, a head-up display, illuminated entry, front cross-traffic alert, and traffic jam assist with the required Drive Connect trial or subscription. So if you want the most loaded 2026 Land Cruiser, you start with the Land Cruiser Grade and add the Premium package. That version is the one for buyers who want the Land Cruiser capability, but also want the comfort and technology closer to a luxury SUV. Which trim should you buy? So which 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser trim makes the most sense? The Land Cruiser 1958 is the value play. You get the same hybrid powertrain, full-time four-wheel drive, locking center and rear differentials, and 6,000-pound towing capacity, but with the classic round headlight look and the lowest starting price. The Land Cruiser Grade is the better pick if you want the more complete version. It adds the bigger screens, ventilated SofTex seats, power liftgate, wider tires, rigid fog lights, multi-terrain monitor, multi-terrain select, and the stabilizer disconnect mechanism. So the simple answer is this. Choose the 1958 if you want the classic lower-priced Land Cruiser. Choose the Land Cruiser Grade if you want more comfort, more tech, and the better trail equipment. So that is the 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser trim level breakdown. The lineup is simple. The 1958 is a lower-priced Heritage-style Land Cruiser, while the Land Cruiser Grade adds more comfort, more tech, and the better trail features. If you're shopping one, that's really the choice. Classic and simple, or premium and fully equipped. Let me know which one you'd pick. And if this breakdown helped, like the video, subscribe to build your own, and check out the next video on the channel.